There's no vlog today. It's just me. It's just me, my thoughts, my feelings, my big ass. No, just kidding. I've changed a lot since I've been here. I've changed definitely for good. I've taken a lot more risks. And I feel good about that. I've had a lot of downs, good amount of ups. But why am I making this video right now? Why? Well, I would like to express myself to you. To myself, really. So that one day I can look back on this and see how my life was like and what I was thinking and what I was doing. I broke up with a girl 3 years ago, and it really ruined me for a while. It made me cold with myself, with my family, with women especially. And ever since I came to Chile, when I first came to Chile, I was drinking, I was smoking, still in that abyss of no self-control. And then eventually people got mad at me so much that it caused me to wake up. Mainly family. And I then realized that, I was doing some pretty bad shit. Some bad habits. I was lying to myself a lot too. And I was lying to myself because I enjoyed the field of tranquility. And what do I mean by that? I mean that it was so calm and it was so easy not pressuring myself to do more that I really enjoyed it. I convinced myself to enjoy it. But that changed. That changed when I stopped smoking and drinking and stopped distracting myself with silly shit just so I could stand this reality. Because when you don't know what to do with your life, you tend to fill it with things that don't matter, things that are unimportant, other people's thoughts, other people's opinions. I started thinking for myself more, started acting for myself more, and I started really evaluating who I was as a person. And this was a very painful thing to do because the deeper you go, the harder it gets. No pun intended. But I knew that, and that's one of the reasons why I distracted myself so much, and I think most people do that as well. You distract yourself because you know the journey's hard and you don't want to start the journey. But you're never going to be in the race until you stop playing on the sidelines with all the crack addicts and the potheads. Not that I was hanging out with crack addicts, that was kind of a weird analogy. But the people that don't do anything with life and they just have fun. And so I didn't really take myself seriously, and I didn't really take time seriously until I started to take that seriously, and everything changed. my habits, my rituals, the amount of risk I would take, how many things I would be doing on a daily basis, starting to post more. I wasn't posting for a while. And yes, this is my job. And yes, I had been making less money because of my procrastination, letting things die off. But that's just what happens when you distract yourself from the real world. Sometimes you think you have it all figured out, and you get so excited, and you have such a direction in life. And then something happens. It could be one thing that happens, and it changes your entire perspective on who you are and what you should be doing. And then you start exploring that a little bit more, only to get more more confused. And now you're just spiraling. You're just spiraling in confusion, not knowing what to do with your life. And now, because you don't have the distractions, you feel everything, you hear everything, you see everything. And now life starts to become much more real. A lot of good comes out of that. And bad things can happen from that too. I've experienced a lot of good since I've gotten out of the sidelines. A lot of good. So much good. But it also means that I can't run from anything anymore. And when you've run for so long, you almost feel like an entirely different person when you don't run anymore. Because you are. You are an entirely different person. What the fuck am I saying? You are an entirely different person. I am an entirely different person, man. I've learned a lot of things, especially over the past few months. Where I'm at right now is going to be my new home at the end of the year. And the reason why is because, well, I didn't think it was going to be my new home. I wanted easy. I wanted comfort. I wanted to go back to Texas and hang out with my parents, and which nothing wrong with my parents and my house there. I love them. I love my home there. They'll always be my home. But I'm too comfortable there. I don't like that there's not enough change happening there. And I've only just seen what happens when you introduce change into your life. You change. You become a new version of yourself. And that's exciting. That is so exciting. And scary, but really exciting. The only way you can survive with change if you're excited to change with it. If you're not excited to change with change, then you're going to suffer through it. And you're always going to hate it. And that's inevitable. You can't change the fact that there will be change. Did that change your mind on anything? Sorry. Take risks. And the only reason why I say that is because I took a recent risk with my heart. 3 years ago, I was in a relationship that ruined me emotionally. I blocked myself off very, very, very much. And about a month ago, I met a girl that did it. She touched something. She touched something that hasn't been touched in a long time. Okay? And I'm not talking about my wee-wee. I'm talking about this guy right here. And long story short, it had to come to a close, unfortunately. Neither of us wanted it to come to a close, but it had to because I'm not here forever. And when you're fresh in with someone and you have to leave for 6 months, it's a lot of pain. And I know that kind of pain as well. But I'm glad that I did everything that I did, because ultimately it allowed me to feel something that will produce some kind of side effect. It will, yeah, sure, it'll be a bit painful. But the only thing that comes out of pain that doesn't hurt you physically is a lot of calluses, a lot of mental calluses that make you into a stronger person. And I was definitely afraid of feeling things before. And I had to tell myself that it's such a gift to feel things. It's such a gift to walk this earth and have emotions. The world would be such a horrible place if you just didn't feel anything. And people spend their whole lives hating how they feel, hating their emotions, trying to run from them all the time. Life isn't life unless you feel a certain way. But you have to do things for yourself. You have to do things because you know they're good for you. Deep down, everybody knows this. Well, let me rephrase that. Everybody has a voice in their head or in their heart even that knows the right answer to everything they should be doing right now. You have a voice telling you exactly what you should be doing. But you choose not to listen to that voice. You choose to say, fuck you, that's scary. Or fuck you, that's not what people would want me to do. That would be against my image that I want people to have of me. That's phase one, actually. Disregard what people think of you. Disregard it entirely. Fuck people's opinions of you. Fuck how people judge you. Everybody's insecure. Everybody's just inflicting their pain onto you. Whenever you see someone being truly authentic to themselves, do you hate them? Probably not. If you do, then you're not seeing them. You're just judging them. But if you see and you feel someone being truly authentic to themselves, and you know when someone is not acting as if they would naturally. You can see the facade. You can see the illusions. People are smart to detect when someone is faking it. So ask yourself, are you faking it? Are you holding shit in? Are you not being real? Be real with yourself, and then start being real with others. Fuck all this trend shit. That's why I'm so sick and tired of the whole trending, like social media. Like, I used to be so into that. I used to be so into like, oh, this is trending, let me do that, let me do that. If you know me from my prior videos, that's how I used to be. But now I don't give a fuck. I just want to be me. I don't want to follow other people. I don't want to do what's going to just get views all the time. I want to take the risk of being me. And you should never be afraid of taking the risk of being you. Because what you're going to end up risking is you if you don't risk being you. Sure, people aren't going to like you. Sure, people are going to judge you. But people are going to judge you regardless, man. People don't even know you. And they're going to judge you. So put yourself first. Put your self-development first. Disregard what's not good for you. Focus on your peace. And your peace is only going to come from you trusting yourself. You trusting yourself to take the right move. But you're only going to know what the right move is if you actually listen to yourself. And that's in here. I'm still figuring out who I am. I don't know where my life is going to lead. All I know is that from this point on, I'm saying fuck you to everyone else. You either like me or you don't. And I'm really done thinking for other people. And what do I mean by that? And now I'm just thinking for myself. Stop concerning myself with how other people interpret me. Stop concerning myself with people's perceptions, how people might take things, if it's offensive, if it's not offensive. I'm gonna say how I see the world. And if people choose to not accept it, then fuck off. But I do appreciate you and everybody that supports me and watches my stuff. If there's one thing that you take away from any of my videos, it's the inspiration to be you. And I don't mean that in the cheesy, oh yeah, just be yourself. I mean, like, actually fucking be yourself, dude. Be yourself, but double down on it. Don't be yourself and be a little pussy. Be yourself, but double down. Work on yourself. Make you better. Don't be a you pussy. Be a you better. You know what I'm saying? All right. Good chat.